Naman Pilipinas, alam niyo ba na sa pagdaan ng panahon ay napakarami ng mga imbensyon at innovations ang nabuo ng mga Pilipino na kinilala hindi lamang dito sa Pilipinas, kundi maging sa buong mundo.
At dahil nga po sa malaking potensyal ng mga Pilipino patungkol sa innovation, ay importante pong may mga programa at proyekto para sila po ay matulungan at masuportahan. Yan pong ating pag-uusapan. Makakapanayan po natin live on the studio, the Secretary of DOST, Secretary Fortunato de la Peña.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, Secretary.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Good, good.
Ayan, sir. Thank you for joining us sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Welcome back.
Alright, Secretary de la Peña, ano po ang mga programa ng DOST para po mas maging masigla ang innovation ng ating pong mga kababayan?
Well, unang-una, we have, of course, accelerated ang research and development programs by way of involving more research institutions, particularly our universities in the different parts of the country. Because in the past, parang we have been more focused in the big universities, but there are other universities now that have been doing well in terms of research, and so our idea of inclusive development has to be practiced. Secondly, we have increased or expanded our program on business incubation. Ang tawag namin dito yung technology business incubators. So before 2018, we had around 13 business incubators being supported in different parts of the country. Many of them are in the universities, but there are others na nasa ibang institution. Dito yung idea ng giving all-out support to startups, okay, is the focus. So providing them space and advice and technical support also, and also marketing support. So this 2018 we have added 20 more institutions or universities in the program. And of course, I think the most important thing here is collaboration. So before, in fact, in the first 10 years of our program called Filippinovation, it was the DOST, Science and Technology, which has led it. But during our 10th anniversary last November, we proposed to DTI, kayo naman, for the next sabihin na natin for the next 10 years, because I think it's very important na we collaborate. So we have an ongoing collaboration with DTI on incubation for innovation for inclusive development. Okay. And sila yung they will handle the part wherein they identify the demand and also identify the markets, and then we take care of supporting the technical work of our startups.
Alright, good news, and specifically, Dayan, yung sinabi ni Sec na yung inclusiveness sa lahat ng mga universities, kumbaga talaga na-emphasize dito na talaga leave no one behind. Pero sir, buzzword dito sa interview natin, itong innovation, it's a very technical word for other people. So when we say innovation, back to basics muna tayo, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng DOST when we're talking about innovation?
Sa DOST, of course, we are focused more on technology innovations.
Okay.
Because there are so many kinds of innovations. For example, you can have innovations in marketing, you can have innovations in organization, and however, at our end, we are really focusing on technological innovations that can lead to new products, new technologies, new services, of course, ultimately, economic activities.
Okay, Sec de la Peña, nabanggit niyo yung collaboration with other agencies, particularly yung DTI. Ito na ba yung Cubo? Yung naririnig ko ito, yung mga incubators.
They have actually started this program. It's also another kind of incubation program, but they decided that this will be located very near their office, and so they here in Manila, and so they provided space, and they collaborate with private NGOs to handle the administration of this program. So I think next there will be an occasion very soon, within the next 2 weeks, wherein the new startups will be introduced to media.
Okay. Speaking of collaborations pa rin, Dayan, tayo, estudyante tayo sa UP, nakita natin na meron train doon sa, di ba may train sa loob ng UP, sir, in collaboration niya with UP and UST. So ano ba yung moving forward, sir, about
Well,
that?
actually, in the agreement that was executed before I came in, okay, so there is an agreement that there will be an R&D to be conducted. Actually, we had no experience in coming up with developing and producing an automated guideway transit. So there was an agreement with UP that we will set up a facility for trial, for piloting. So nag-agree naman ng UP, and there is a colatilia that if UP would like to extend it beyond the experimental stage, we can help in coming up with a real route, no? But I think parang hindi ganoon ang mangyayari because there are other plans sa UP in terms of mass transit, and we may have to demolish the structure.
Oh, okay. Pero meron po bang LGU na sasalo nito, ng idea?
Sa ngayon, ang LGU na sumasalo sa aming train products ay General Santos, but this is not the automated guideway transit. This is the hybrid road train.
Okay.
So ando na ngayon yung ginawang road train, pero ano pa rin siya, on a test run.
Alright, Secretary de la Peña, I want to ask you this. Kasi marami sa ating mga Pilipino, undoubtedly napakalaki talaga ng potensyal, napakagaling, na patungkol na sa innovation. Pero baka yung iba kasi sa kanila, yung kanilang mga gagawing mga bagong ideas, sa abroad nila dadalhin or sa iba nila lugar, hindi dito sa Pilipinas. How do you motivate those with big potential na
very
dito
open
sila
kami dyan kasi there are certain innovations na ang market talaga ay global.
Okay.
So for example, when I visited yung plug and play incubators sa Silicon Valley, you will be surprised to know that the manager of that big incubation facility is a Filipino, okay? And they actually cater to different types of incubatees. So nandun yung mga startups na sarili lang nila on their own, so they provide the spaces for that. Meron mga startups na under the wings of big companies, no? So halimbawa Toshiba or Mitsubishi, they are also nurturing some startups under their wings, But there are also some incubatees, yung mga startups na parang assisted by their countries. So on that visit I had, meron silang locations. These are the incubatees from Mexico, these are the incubatees from Denmark or mga ganon. Kasi ang potential market of those startups are really international. So we don't mind if they will sell their products abroad for as long as we will earn.
Okay. Now, Sec, pag-usapan naman natin yung regionalization. Kamusta naman po yung efforts, yung collaboration ng DOST sa mga LGUs natin? Kasi of course, meron ding mga specific na mga technology siguro na naiisip yung mga kababayan natin, specifically yung youth sa mga LGUs. Kamusta po?
Oo, there are many LGUs that have been quite active. For example, yung aming planta for complementary nutritional foods. Okay? So, na-develop na technology ng Food and Nutrition Research Institute. Ito yung mga embes na bibili yung bata ng mga chips na medyo maraming salt at maraming
Preservatives.
ano tawag natin ito? Junk food. Tipong ganun ng itsura, ganun ang lasa, pero nutritious. Kasi ang raw material natin, rice, munggo, yung talagang good for complementary food for nutrition. Dito, hindi ganun kadaling isell yung idea sa mga businessmen, But there are some which have adapted our technology. So, for example, in Santa Barbara, Pangasinan, we had an adapter there and doing well naman yung business. But in other cases, it is local government who take it up. So, for example, in Valenzuela, ang kakolaborate namin sa Valenzuela, yun mismo local government to operate that facility. And there are others naman na yung ibang mga state universities ang nagte-take up nung pag-ooperate. So I was in Bicol and it was the Bicol Agricultural State University that was operating it. And they're earning.
Wow.
Okay, Sec Filipino, for our viewers na mayroong fresh ideas, may mga bagong technology, well, particular technology innovation, can they go to DOST para ma-materialize itong kanilang idea?
It has to be, at least kailangan maintindihan namin. Kasi kung minsan merong mga lumalapit, na sabihin nila may idea sila, sabihin lang nila kung ano yung end product na gano'n. But maintindihan naman namin kung minsan they don't want to divulge too many details. Ano? Pero siyempre, kami naman, in extending assistance, we have to justify also. So we need to know at least, meron naman kaming mga, tawag dito, yung non-disclosure agreements para ma-protect yung confidentiality.
Alam niyo, second Dayan, sabi nga ng UNDP, very empowering itong innovations kasi talagang nabibigyan ng pagkakataon lahat ng mga kabataan na makisama sa nation building kasi nga nabibigyan sila ng concrete way para makatulong sa economy through their enterprises. So sir, as we end, please encourage our youth who are watching right now.
Well, it's not only the youth because we have also seen some innovations coming from the retired people.
Yes.
So we have a community in Cebu na tinulungan namin for a group of retired teachers for innovations in the agricultural area. The same is true in a cooperative in Saraga, Iloilo. And I think for the youth, our channel will be the Business Incubation Program. And also, we have started some research grants for young people.
Okay.
All right, on that note, thank you for joining us today sa Bagong Pilipinas. We had Secretary Fortunato de la Peña mula po sa Department of Science and Technology o DOST.